Being a lighting designer is not just a job, it's a way of life. You know, I say that to people. I mean, especially when you're first getting started, you have to commit yourself 150% to developing yourself and getting yourself established and sustaining yourself as a designer, really any design discipline. So that's important, to understand that it's going to require more than a full commitment of everything you have. So you have to be very passionate about it. It has to be something that's a burning need and a an unrelenting desire of yours in order for it to pay off, in order for you to have the stamina and the perseverance you're going to need to get yourself on your feet. So that's important. And I think in terms of education, I would say if there are students out there who are considering where should they go to college or what kinds of things should they study, I would say that you best serve your future development as a designer by getting the best liberal arts education you can get, getting the most well-rounded education, a broad exposure to many disciplines, English, art history, photography, maybe a little theater. But I mean, to me, it's the best designers are the ones who have a lot up here. You have to feed your brain. Become a student of human culture, the human condition, art, history, politics, because all of that, what we do, what the theater is it's a reflection, a mirror onto the human condition, into the world we live in and the lives we live. And so unless you have some frame of reference and some understanding of what it is you're trying to communicate, it's very difficult to soar, to really become a truly great or successful artist, I think. So that's more important than learning technology, than taking courses in stagecraft. To me, it's about developing your whole being.
We're looking for people who have spirit, ultimately, that have a life about them, that they're not just about lighting, they're not just about theater, that they know something about culture and they know something about the world, and they actually can have a conversation at dinner that's about something other than lighting. I think in terms of trying to work with designers, that's one of the number one things I'd say is don't just be about lighting. Have a life, have something about you, and those are the kind of people I think that ultimately not only do we want to work with, but ultimately become the best theater artists. So you certainly have to learn the skills. All the skill sets are there; those are a given. Mm-hmm. You gotta learn a draft. You gotta know all the special skills it needs to do, and now you basically have to be an IT person. Mm-hmm. To work in our industry, which I'm not, but I am so thankful to people around me that are good at it. But ultimately, you need to be a cool person. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's it for me.
Yeah.
And a hard thing to teach. This is an interesting time in lighting because we're in this fusion of media and lighting right now. It's an interesting place to be because I'm finding that a lot of lighting designers are coming out and they don't have those skills, or they don't have the mentality of understanding that this is a reality, and that having that sensibility about media is important now in this day of technology as a lighting designer, and that it's not something that I was trained with. So I would just say that to all the universities and the schools that are out there that are training young designers and assistants, that they really need to embrace that, because there are a lot of lighting designers who are coming into the industry now who don't have it, and it's okay. Some people just want to be lighting designers, and that's totally cool. But that there are a lot of opportunities now. I know schools are trying to help our students get hired and have job placement. I'd say, really push media, really push understanding technology and investing in the technology in your schools. Because for students to have their hands on this equipment and to be able to think cinematically as opposed to just theatrically, is going to help them in the future significantly.
Yeah, I agree.
That's where we're going. And so we shouldn't be afraid. Well, we should be afraid of it.
So look over the
cliff.
cliff.
Look over the cliff. Take that step, and we'll keep moving.